Let's talk about some fucking football, man.
Damn, dog. 7 minutes till 10.
Yeah, man. Let's do this shit.
Okay.
Fast, too. Anyway, we're going to start with some NCAA football, and then we're going to move right into the fucking NFL because it was a wow.
Okay.
Real quick, I think, and it's not just the NCAA, college football, and the NFL. We're just games now. They're becoming shootouts on all levels. I mean, on the college level, on the pro level. I mean, this weekend alone, I'm going to go over these teams. These are number 5, Georgia, 51 over Tennessee, 44. 51-44, okay? Number 17, Clemson, 45 over Boston College, 31. Number 12, Texas, 41, Oklahoma State, 36. And number 2, Oregon, 51, and Washington State, 26. But
that's nothings.
That's nothings. Because your boy Geno Smith, now...
That boy good. He hasn't played anyone. I'll be the first to admit that. But the stretch they're getting ready to go on, he's got a chance to prove himself.
You're playing in the Big Ten, and you put up that kind of numbers against
Big 12.
Baylor. I mean, Big 12. And you put up those kind of numbers against Baylor. I don't care, man. Like, I didn't know... I was sleeping on Geno Smith. I'm going to be honest with you. You were talking about... Remember I was saying... the
That
kids...
Bama had
your boy
16.
Brian... On the message boards, who said he's not Heisman. Him and Eric Reese were going back and forth because Brian was obviously saying that he's not Heisman worthy. Brian, you put up 8 TDs and passed for 600 some fucking yards. People are going to look at you.
The most impressive thing is the man only threw 6 incomplete passes and he put the ball up 51 times in a game. You don't do that on 7-on-7.
No.
The other thing is like here's the little points. That's Kevin's points he touched on. Here's the ones I'm going to touch on. Stanford lost to Washington 17-13 on the road.
Right.
I just thought it was a matter of time for Stanford. I think the Pac-12 teams, again, Oregon's going to lose a game they shouldn't, and again, in my opinion. Bama, Oregon, and Florida State all rolled. LSU struggled, and they got rewarded by dropping. Hats off to all you Towson Tigers. You guys played a phenomenal game. LSU tried to give you the game, but you were like, look, we're at your house. Let us give you the game back.
What?
I was cussing at the TV. Jesse thought I was about to stroke out. It was tough. It was not good.
Right. Let me ask you this. This is what I'm honestly thinking, and people are going to think I'm crazy. I think this might be the year that the SEC gets derailed from
it could, because here's what I think is going to happen. LSU's going to lose this week to Florida. Then they're going to come back and beat Alabama. Both are going to end up with the loss. And I know what I just said about Oregon.
Right.
I still think Oregon might catch it now, but if they don't, I want Oregon and Florida State to go undefeated so they can play in the national title game.
That would be kind of cool.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, Florida State's got a problem. And you know what it is? Their motherfucking schedule. Because they play no one all year. That's why they're going to have to put up as many points as they can.
And they've got to they got to run the table.
Yeah.
And if they, what could happen with them could really fuck them up, man, is they could do that all season and then catch an L.
In the ACC title game.
If they
They could lose
or
in the ACC
they could catch an L before. I mean, it's just – but there's a lot of things going on. I mean, with the Big 12, you could see somebody come out, maybe the Big 12. I mean, Texas is not looking to –
Well, here's the kicker. It's going to the Big 12. This is the team I'm looking at the most in the Big 12, WVU. WVU is undefeated. This week at 7 o'clock, they play Texas.
That's going to be the game.
After they play at Texas, they then face Kansas State and TCU back-to-back home games.
And they're both ranked opponents.
And then they play Oklahoma State. This is all boom, boom, boom in a row. This isn't a week off or go play an FCF school.
Right.
And then they come back home to face Oklahoma.
Now, I will tell you right now.
We're about to find out what WVU is about.
If WVU can win those next 5 games,
national title game.
They're the number one team in the country.
Number
right
1A.
Yeah, they're the number one team in the country.
And I don't care what the score. If it's 90-80, I don't care. If WVU finds a way to run the table this season, they deserve to be number one.
What about my Beavers, Shorty?
What about your Beaver?
Oregon State. Remember you were laughing at me the first game of the season when I was talking that shit about them? They're ranked number 18th in the country, and they just put up another W.
They squeaked past Arizona.
But they did.
By 3. And the battle of the ugliest uniforms possible and the same stadium at the same time. Helmets? I'm talking about Nebraska and Wisconsin.
Oh, they had the throwback
that
joint.
horse shit?
Sure. I turned the game on in the third quarter. Nebraska was down 27-10. Now, you guys probably don't know a lot about Nebraska history. I said, the fuck? I was going crazy because in my world, when you followed Nebraska since the 70s, and I have followed Nebraska since the 70s, the game's over. And people are like, oh, it's only 27-10.
They don't have a big play offense.
No. 30-10, they won the game, and it was the second biggest comeback in Nebraska history. That's how that was the second biggest comeback in Nebraska history. Anyway, enough of them.
What was the other thing? Oh, y'all should check out Notre Dame's upcoming helmet. That shit is badass. Half of it's gold, the other half's black with the leprechaun in white. That's gonna be nasty.
Oh, really?
Adidas is going off the hook. They're trying to catch up.
Yeah, they're trying to do shit. Now, anything else you want to touch on college
NFL.
football? NFL, let's roll into it. Now, I did something. I put something together. I didn't put it together. I kind of like bid it from somewhere, but I ain't gonna tell you where I bid it from. Best quarterbacks this week, NFL Week 4 was confirmed.
Matt Ryan, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Can't really
I think they all did what they were supposed to do this week.
Yeah, it's called win. Tom Brady
win.
sat there and said, "Did you see? Have you seen the video clip of him?
Who?
Shut the fuck up, bitches." That's
Go
a
on.
direct quote from Tom Brady to the Buffalo fans.
Are you serious?
Don't look like straight up.
Tom Brady's got. But I've always said this about Tom Brady. Tom Brady's like a fierce competitor. He's
When
a
you
little
get
edgy.
drafted 980th, you have a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, he's got a chip on his shoulder. Now, the Packers almost lost another one to the officials again.
Packers are not a good football team.
They're struggling,
They
and
need a running game like I need some hair follicles.
yeah, and the fact that they're struggling and the refs don't seem to be on their side, it's not a good combination. Okay, what's up with the Bills?
What do you mean? They stink.
I'll keep going on with that. Now, Drew Brees, even though he managed to not do much, even though he had a good passing game, he's still doing. His streaks is still alive because Drew Brees matched Hall of Famer Johnny Unitas' 52-year-old record of a TD pass in 47 consecutive games. That's great, but I know Drew Brees, being a competitor, is sitting back going, we're fucking 0-4. Yeah, we'd rather win. The Lions, the Detroit Lions, became the first team in 72 years to allow both a punt and kickoff return for a touchdown in consecutive games.
Not that I'm trying to like.
Their special team coach needs to be fired.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
And
yesterday.
And while we're firing people, I want to fire this from Kevin's segment and say you should save some of this stuff for the bottom of the video. You know how you put up the fun facts?
Oh, yeah.
Like these are fun facts.
They are pretty cool. I mean, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, James gonna be doing this shit.
So he can put them up.
James, man, you hear that? Put up these fun facts
He
for
ain't
us.
doing shit else.
I think it's George calling you out on national TV. Remember I said that one time? You're like,
yeah,
TV.
nay. Now, what George wants to get to, because he's selfish, because he did all this hard work today when he was supposed to be working.
Right.
There's 3 undefeated teams left.
Okay.
Falcons, Texans, and the Cardinals.
Right.
Who is the best of these 3?
Texans.
Agreed. They are nasty on both sides
They're
of the ball.
unbelievable, man. I think they're gonna win maybe 13, 14 games.
And you know what the amazing thing is to me about the Texans? They proved last year they can do it even without Matt Schaub.
Yeah.
So even
when Arian Foster was hurt too for part of the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying something else.
No. So I was saying Adrian Peterson. No. Okay. Yeah, Arian Foster was out, but if you think about that, they've had injuries to the receiver, their best receiver, their quarterback,
Best
running back.
That was all last year.
And they've managed to be in it. You know?
So that says a lot of about the coaching on
if
both
they
sides
can
of the
stay
ball.
healthy, they're the team to beat.
And I think they've solely forgot about Mario Williams because J.J. Watt leading the league in sacks with 7. Yeah, he's nasty as hell.
The Falcons are great, but they're going to get beat this week. That's all I'm going to say.
Who are they playing?
Redskins, son. Kevin got mad jokes.
That's a good segue because look, week 1 we had we broke a record in the NFL.
Yeah.
By starting 5 rookie quarterbacks.
Exactly.
So here's the bright idea George had at the end of week 4, at the end of week 8, 12, and 16. We're going to look at those teams' records and look at how they're doing stats wise.
Okay.
Brandon Weeden, starting quarterback for your Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Team has a record of 0-4.
Yeah.
He's completing 53.9% of his passes, and he's almost got a 2-to-1 interception to touchdown ratio. Actually, over 2-to-1 because he's got 7 picks and 3 touchdowns.
That's awesome.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Now,
no bueno.
On to the I don't want to say upstart, but the Seahawks. They're
Right.
2-2 behind Russell Wilson.
Now, this is the thing I'm going to say right now. They're really 1-3. And I'm not. I mean, it's. I think a lot of people are looking at that. Like you're looking at the Packers. People are like this, and people are saying the Seahawks. Like the bottom line is their record says 2-2, but we all know they should be 1-3. You know what I'm saying? It was something that really was given to them. It wasn't like, oh, it's they should be 1-3. And anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm jumping at any time.
Yeah. And I just think
okay.
But Russell Wilson
I didn't really mean
he
that.
gave me
but
the go ahead
sure,
on
yeah,
that shit,
right.
man. I mean, come on, I'm gonna take advantage of that shit, man.
Russell Wilson's completing 60% of his passes. He's only
looks
got
great.
3 touchdowns to 6 picks. Again, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. You can't with the wrong way.
That
And he's
ratio.
only thrown for 594 yards.
Yeah.
So that means they are riding Marshawn Lynch.
You
I
know-
think at some point you're going to have to let Russell Wilson try to throw.
Yeah, they got to let him throw. And you know what's funny? I think I like Russell Wilson. I think he's a great quarterback. But I think also they've had the last year, Seattle had such quarterback issues that I think anybody that came in there was going to be a big improvement. So that actually helps Russell Wilson out. Now, anyway, who else you got on that list?
Dolphins. They are 1-3 behind Tannehill.
Tannehill. Yeah.
Tannehill's completing 55% of his passes. Now, again, he's thrown for over 1,000 yards.
Right.
But he
He's at-
threw for 400 in this last one, went into overtime against the Cardinals and lost.
Yeah. Tannehill is one of these guys. Like, remember we did the quarterback thing? I was like the young guns. I was like, I think Tannehill might be okay, and you were like laughing at me like shit.
We'll see. But again, still, you have a 1-to-3 touchdown to intercept ratio.
Yeah, I know.
For every one touchdown, he's throwing 3 picks right
Yeah,
now.
that's what's hurting
You
him.
can't win like that.
Yeah, you can't. You're right.
Now, you want to do this one?
Oh, you can talk about the boy all the time because that boy can play. That boy.
Robert Griffin.
Yeah.
2-2. Is 86 for 124, 69%. He's leading everyone in completion percentage. He's leading all these guys in yards with 1,070, and he's got the best touchdown to interception ratio. He's only thrown 4 touchdowns, but he's only thrown 1 pick.
Yeah. Now,
So-
this is the other thing too. I'll emphasize about that. He's ran in like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
He's what? Rannin?
He's ran in. That boy can ran. He ran. He be ranning all day.
I think what Kevin was trying to say is he's run in a couple.
He's running a couple touchdowns.
Yeah,
I think what 2 or 3 touchdowns. This year?
I don't-
Three.
I don't
Three.
watch the
He's running
Redskins.
3
Yeah, I
touchdowns. So he has 3 rushing touchdowns. He be ranning.
And you know what?
That
He's
boy
gonna
can ran.
he's gonna be on the field a whole lot
Yeah.
because your defense sucks dick.
Really does. And
They
I'm going to tell
are
you,
bad.
they're going to get lit up because those 2 big physical receivers, Julio Jones and Roddy White, are going to burn.
You know what I'm most worried about? A swing pass to Turner on the outside.
That big boy
He is
promoter.
huge.
Every bit of this.
But you know who I like? The defensive end. What's his name on your team?
Oh, Ryan Kerrigan.
Yes.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Where is he from Nebraska?
No,
Or is it
Kerrigan's,
Oklahoma?
Where's Kerrigan from? What the hell's wrong with me?
Was it Oklahoma? Where's Kerrigan from? You guys look that one up because I'm too lazy.
Yeah.
Don't you look it up.
Okay.
Now,
Sorry.
on to Andrew Luck, who this
Right.
week had the best week of all because he had a bye.
Right.
He's 1-2. He's got decent weapons around him. He has a Matador-esque defense, in my opinion. He's 65 for $122 and completed 53% of his passes, 881 yards, and the only other quarterback to have a positive touchdown to interception ratio. Yeah. I don't think it's any shocker these kids went 1-2.
Yeah.
Now Luck's thrown more picks than RG3, 5-4.
Right.
So, at this rate, it looks like Griffin's going to be a shoe-in for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
It could very well be. It'll be
be.
interesting to see what happens.
Now, when we go, it's interesting. We talked about the guys who are true rookies this year. When we did our Young Guns thing, we were talking about a lot of people had Cam Newton first, and I was like, he's struggling. Yeah. But I tell you what, I was all about Andy Dalton. I just saw a lot in him. I really did, man. I just thought last year when no one was looking at the Bengals at all, he was fucking balling.
You know who's helping Andy Dalton out the most?
AJ Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, he's got his go-to guy. And, you see these young, you saw it with Aikman when he had that. You saw it with Peyton Manning when he first got in the league. You saw it with Brady. They had their favorites at a young age. You saw with Stafford, with Megatron, Yeah, they're struggling this year, but
Now,
still, that combination is.
Can I bring up a quarterback I think both of us kind of laughed and giggled at? Christian Ponder.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And they're 3-1.
Dude, he is balling. Christian Ponder's like, what about me, bitches?
He be ranning too. He be ranning. He ran
Now,
one.
I want to end this show with your humble, unbiased, genuine opinion of the New York Jets. One word. What do you think?
Terrible.
Yes.
I just can't help it.
Wow.
Because I mean, if you get blanked out, that tells you your fucking offense. I'm sorry.
Who'd they play the first week of the season? The Bills?
Yeah, I mean,
they put up 45 points versus the Bills and ain't done shit since.
The
Nats.
Nats. I was right. The Jets are not. I mean,
You are speechless.
Yeah, I just.
They are a bad fucking football team with a loudmouth coach.
And they've got, what is the record? 2-2. Anyway, we're out of here.
So hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
What's going to happen in New York at the end of the season? One of three people has to go. It's either the quarterback, the head coach, or the GM. Who's going?
I'd have to say probably the quarterback.
Yep, that's what I think.
Because I mean, they have done well, you know, since Ryan came there. I mean, they've been competitive. The Jets weren't even on the
keep it talking,
map,
Pimpin'.
you know. But anyway, we're getting the fuck out of Dodge. We'll catch you guys next week. Some more fucking NCAA. Yeah.